Hello there, Yosemite Experience Rec 87 folks. My name is Jason Whiting and I am the instructor for this course. I wanted to welcome you to the course and provide you with some brief information in this video. Without further ado, I will go ahead and jump into the Yosemite Experience. This is a picture that you'll see as we come into Yosemite and you go through what's called the tunnel view. And so Yosemite, if you haven't already been to Yosemite, is just an amazing resource that we're really lucky to live so close to. Let me start off by talking a little bit about the course. The 3 learning objectives for the course are listed right here. And those learning objectives cover skills to figure out how to get around and navigate in the park, and then also to enjoy yourself while you're in the park. The next one is to have a basic understanding of some of the foundational knowledge surrounding the park, such as history of the park, history of local tribes, geology, weather, outdoor activities in the park, ethical issues, and flora and fauna. And then the third and final one is that the students will get involved so that each student can experience the wonders of Yosemite National Park. So in order to make all these learning objectives possible and to make this course a success, we first have to recognize that there's a couple limitations that are impacting the way this course is traditionally offered. The first one is COVID. COVID has put restrictions on the university, as you all know, doing virtual instruction and limiting face-to-face contact. The next one is Yosemite National Park restrictions. The park limits a couple of constraints that we're up against. They don't allow groups over 10 to go into the park. And then they also have made it required that you have a ticket to get into the park or a reservation. And so I'll talk about that. Well, we'll just talk about it right now. So what I've actually decided to do is to set up one day where we go into the park. The university has put a ban on overnight in-person group gatherings. And so typically what we would do is we'd go out and have an overnight experience in the park. But we haven't charged those fees for this semester. And so we're just doing that day trip. So what that looks like is on Saturday, November 7th, you will all go to the park, and the requirements are that you get there on your own, and we will not be meeting as a group. It'll be kind of an individual experience. Feel free to take someone along if you like. I've made the reservations for all the group members that are registered in the course, and also made available fee waivers to save you the $30-40 to get into the park. And so that'll be nice. You just show that fee waiver and then you'll go in. And I'll email those fee waivers out about a week before the 7th of November, so that if people decide that they hear this and they want to drop the class, they can still drop that, and we can give those waivers to the people that are interested in proceeding forth with the class. So you will go into the class, you'll go into the park, and then the fun will begin. It'll be a one-day trip, and the major assignments for the course are, the first one is I'm going to send you on a virtual scavenger hunt. And so the scavenger hunt consists of you finding these images or these actual scenes or settings in the park and taking selfies of yourself behind that image. The assignment is that you get 10 of those 12 images. So if some are too hard to find, you just get 10. As a Fresno State student, you have access to creating a Google site, and on Canvas I'll put a little link to how to do a Google site and create that, and then you'll just upload a link to your Google site. In the Google site, you will need to upload the selfies, and those 10 selfies, and then provide just a 100-word description about the importance, the history, the site, or the image of each picture that you took. And then finally, after that, you will also upload a 500-word overall reflective summary of your own experience in the park. So let's run through these images. Like I said, there's 12 images or clues provided and you need to take 10 of these selfies in front of the following slides. So this first one here, this is a very famous bouldering rock in Yosemite. And I should say that all these images come from Yosemite Valley. I'm not going to send you to Yosemite Valley and then up to the meadows, and or in the backcountry. This is all front country Yosemite Experience. Given the constraints that we had for a one-day event, I want to make this accessible and something that was achievable. Now, on some of these, you'll notice that this just looks like one rock, but if you showed this to a rock climber or anyone else, they would know where this rock is, or maybe even a ranger. You'll see that this famous bouldering rock has a lightning bolt on it, and so you might use that to describe it. And the other idea here is that you interact with some park personnel. You'll find that they're in front of the park museum. There's a kiosk with rangers there that maybe you could print out these slides or show them to them on your phone and ask them maybe suggestions where you might be able to find these particular settings. This next one, this is a particular exhibit that can be found in Yosemite. Then we have these wiki-ups. These are called wiki-ups. That's pretty self-explanatory. So I'm not going to tell you what all these sites are, but the idea is that you actually find yourself right there, and then you take a selfie right where these people are standing and get that in the background. Same thing here, there, and there. Anyway, and so that is what the class essentially consists of. It's a one-unit class, and in the attempt to cover all those learning objectives, that's how we're going to have this experience. And so I wish you the best of luck in your day trip in Yosemite. I would encourage you to be safe and follow proper road procedures, and hopefully by sending this message out to you well in advance, about a month and a half, 2 months out in advance, you will be able to make the necessary arrangements for transportation to the park, and do some research on where you can find those images that are contained in the slideshow. That is the message. Feel free to email me if you have any questions that I can help you out with. All right. The final thing I'll say is that the Google links to the Google sites are due by the end of November, so you have 3 weeks to package all that together. Well, I hope this presentation has been informative, and I hope you have a fantastic time out there in the park and exploring everything, and that you're safe, and that the rest of your semester goes great as well. Thank you.